So you can't put these things into boxes. All you can do is accept whatever it is you're going through at any given moment as your experience, rather than trying to find somebody who can confirm this. Really, spirituality is a personal journey. It is a journey of personal faith, and I think that's a beautiful thing, but many people can't grasp that. So they kind of reject it, and the ego sometimes kicks in because, one, they probably have never experienced anything like that, therefore they don't want to look silly, so they say it's a lot of rubbish, or they just simply can't possibly grasp the fact that there is something else, something bigger, something amazing around us at any given moment. So let's get back to the subject at hand. How do we, just looking out of the window now, there's an absolutely beautiful bird just flying almost horizontal. It's a dove, and it's gone down again. So sometimes you see little signs all the time that, you know, sometimes you've got to figure out what they are. While I was at the heart healing retreat last week, there was an eagle that soared above us at one given moment. What a great confirmation for what we were talking about at that given moment. But anyway, going back to the topic of conversation, which is how do we connect with the spirit world? Well, obviously you've heard so far about how my journey started, which was becoming open to the fact that there is more to life, and that only happened because I rejected my life. I couldn't cope living like that, the pain and the suffering that I was going through. So I left it all behind and moved to a magical mountain, and then I had time on my hands, which meant that now was an opportunity to see and feel who I was. What am I doing here? What's my path? What's my journey? What are my gifts? You know, which we all have. So that's one definite way you can start your journey. Now, I'm not telling you to leave everything behind, but in a sense, if you're in pain and you suffer a lot and you wake up in the morning and you don't enjoy your work, then why not leave it behind? And why not look for something that makes you happy and brings joy into your life? People say, yeah, it's easier said than done. Well, I think it is. I did it, so why can't you? I left all my businesses behind and moved here with 5,000 euros in my pocket. I did it. It's only your thought and feeling, your limits, your belief that allows you to take a leap of faith. So here we're going off the topic of conversation again. I'm really good at that, bloody expert. So getting back to the topic of conversation, so we now know that one of the greatest things we can do is find our inner peace, our space, our time. Often we try to communicate with spirit by means of stilling our mind. One way is meditation. That's a fantastic way. The other way is going to circles. Healing circles is what I did, and that's when I really became attuned to it. I have a lovely story about that, but I won't tell you about it or bore you. But suffice to say, that was a turning point in my life. So finding your peace is an absolute must connection to the spirit world. If you're filled with frustration, worry, fear, then those feelings, those emotions, that energy is very loud. And it's very hard for spirit's whispers to come through. So it really is very, very important that we learn how to find balance in our life and learn to tell our mind to shut up and be still. And at times, wherever you are, whenever you're sat, be very aware of the moment. You'll often hear lots of healers and psychics say, live in the moment. There's a reason for that, guys. Because so many of us are so far in front, you know, I have to be there, I have to go there, oh, I forgot to do that. That doesn't work. You have to still yourself, you have to still your mind, and then you get into what's called a very attunement vibration, something that's so powerful in the stillness. I think moving on from that, there are many ways of cleansing and clearing yourself to clear your mind, clear your body. I believe food is important. I also believe drink is important. The balance of your body, looking after yourself and feeling good within your body, that's important. So now we've got clearing your life of worry and fear, rising above that, looking after yourself, looking after your body, and trying to find peace, trying to find happiness. These are all very powerful energies that help you connect to the spirit world. People often say, can you teach me how to connect to the spirit world? And I don't actually do spiritual workshops for that, because it ain't that simple. Maybe it is for some people, but for me, I had to start a process of finding out who I was, going through these feelings, and then all of a sudden, all of these wonderful things were happening, and then I was introduced to some special cards. And through the cards, I could read these cards, and all of a sudden I was feeling things, and whoa, what is this? And all of a sudden people were saying, how did you know that? And I say, I can see it in the cards. So for me, I have a 3-step program on my website. In fact, I don't even know why I'm saying this, because this wasn't about that. But if you want to know how I started, it basically was a 3-step program. First of all, I went to a circle, which here you have 4 days learning to heal yourself, learn how to be an amazing healer, learn all about the spirituality, all about the spirit world, all about the connection between the two worlds. Then the step 2 is a 4-day course on crystals, because crystals are an amazing connector to the spirit world. And then finally, the 3rd step is a 3-day course on how to read tarot cards in the way that I only know how. And these days that you digest all this amazing information brings out the power within you. I'm not telling you to come to my courses, but I am telling you that there are many people out there who can help you attune, adjust, ground yourself, and help you in many different ways become connected to what I believe is the spirit world. Now, why do we want to become connected to the spirit world? There is a saying which I use often, is if we spend all our life trying to connect to the spirit world, what's the point being here? We might as well stay home. And there is truth in that. So my philosophy, my belief is that when I do my work, I do it and then I stop. I don't spend my whole day and night thinking about this field of work anymore. I cut off and I learn to live a normal life as best as possible. What is normal? In fact, don't say normal. Nothing normal about me or you. We are different, and we try to live a balanced life, and again, that's very important too. So it isn't an easy and simple explanation of how to connect to the spirit world. There are many different ways to connect to the spirit world, hundreds of ways, and many people have their own gift to connect. Some people hear, some people smell, some people hear songs, some people just see things, and some people can just bring a story about whoever sat with you, and you can feel that story and then you can put it into words. My way is through hands. I place my hands over yours and I can feel your energy, and from there it helps me attune into the spirit world. That bird's back again doing the same thing. We all have our gifts, so we just have to awaken to them. I think the biggest mistake of all, to be honest, is looking at somebody else's gift and saying, I want to be like that. When I first started, there was a few people that I really admired, and I kind of put my gift to the back burner and tried to be kind of like that energy because I liked it, when really the secret to connecting to spirit and being the best gift that you are is to, no matter how small you think your little gift is, that's the secret. you know, my little gift was, you know, being in circle and feeling everybody and knowing what everybody was feeling, and I could help them from that. And I thought, well, that's not really good, you know, I need to speak to her grandmother or her brother's sister in the spirit world, or mother. And really that wasn't my gift. But yet when I started working on my gift and saying, actually, I'm gonna just stick with what I feel I can do, that's when it kind of explodes, because from there it becomes even more powerful, and that's when you see more and feel more. So I suppose today's end message is, how do we connect with spirit? Every little gift that you have that you don't believe is good enough, that is probably the key that opens the door to your connection to the spirit world. Have a lovely day, everybody. I may not have actually tackled the main issue of what we were saying about, you know, what are these feelings, what is spirit doing, why are they connecting, but we'll leave that for another day, because this is a fairly long video. So the next video I'll do is again a bit more about spirit's connection and why they're trying to connect to us. Have a lovely day, everybody. Take care. Thanks for subscribing to markbyeski.com. Love you all.